Ocala Talks on a Friday. Coming up at 10 o'clock, Dumb Crook News. Some good ones from as far away as Croatia. So thanks to Susan Schmitz for putting that together for us. Hey, the Ocala City Council is going to consider a request to rezone and develop 12.3 acres in southwest Ocala at its next meeting, July 19th. The properties within the Four Ranch development. The developer would like to build multifamily homes on the property. City staff has recommended denial of the plan. Circle 4 Corporation, they own the property. Southern Impression Homes, they're the applicant. The application has requested that the city rezone the property from no zoning to a planned development and adopt its associated planned development plan. There are single-family homes to the northwest and east of the undeveloped property and a senior living community, Brentwood, at Four Ranch to the south, along with the hospital. Even though the developer is proposing a residential use, the land was initially intended for retail and professional services, namely medical offices to support the hospital. City staff explains that multifamily development must provide two access points. The city would not grant access between the development and Southwest 46th Court, which is directly behind the hospital, because it was overload the hospital with through traffic. The PD's gone through 3 review cycles with city staff, and the proposed multifamily dwelling units aren't consistent with nearby single-family homes. There is overcrowding and incompatibility concerns. Water, sewer, solid and waste, and fire services are available, but there are traffic, stormwater, and school problems. The project will generate fewer than 81 peak PM hour trips. A traffic impact statement would be required. Stormwater runoff also must be retained on site, and the facility designed to provide flood protection for a 100-year storm event. Now, that's not, to me, the biggest problem is Saddlewood Elementary, Liberty Middle School, and Westport High School would be affected by the development, and they're all over capacity right now. That was considered when the city denied 84 townhomes in the area back in May. Staff recommends denial of the plan, as did the city's Volunteer Planning and Zoning Commission, 5-0. City Council will have the final say, however, at a second reading and vote on July 19th. So if you don't want this plan, go make your voices heard July 19th from the city of Ocala, because this plan looks like everybody's against it except the developers. So we'll see what City Hall does with it. But, not all development is good development. This seems to be one of those examples. Whenever city staff says no and the volunteer advisory board says no, and it's all about overcrowding in that area. I mean, the schools and all, Saddlewood Elementary, Liberty Middle School, and Westport High School are at capacity or over capacity now. And you want to add another 200 and how many homes they want to build? They're single family. Let's see how many they want to go. If they said how many they want to actually build, they want to develop it, rezone it to build multifamily homes on the property, but they hadn't said how many. It's an apartment complex. So I don't know that the schools can handle it. Even if you could make it where the roads could handle it and you had 2 access points that didn't crowd up the hospital parking lot, you got to take into account the density and the school population. And all 3 of those schools that would service this new multifamily dwelling are overcrowded already. I just don't see where you can put this part of Southwest 200 is as developed as the infrastructure will allow it to be right now, in my opinion. And it seems like that's the opinion of the advisory board and city staff. The advisory board, the Volunteer Planning and Zoning Commission, voted 5-0 to deny the plan. city staff's against the plan. And they had denied an 84-unit townhome in the same area back in May. But like we said, the city council does have the final say. So I don't see any way that this development happens. Not just because, you know, the water, sewage, solid waste, fire services, school implications, stormwater, potential traffic, all these are issues that need to be dealt with. And by the way, you know, this was originally intended to be doctor's offices and all to support the hospital. The city staff says it's not consistent with any land development regulations, nor is it compatible with the surrounding area. What they're telling you is it's a no-go. That's what they're telling you. No, thank you for asking, but no. And my biggest problem with it is the school issues. 3 schools would service that area: Saddlewood Elementary, Liberty Middle, and Westport High. They are all currently over capacity. We just said we've been recently talking about how the city and the county need to coordinate with the school board to make sure that they don't put developments in areas that the school board isn't ready for development in because of overcrowding schools. The schools out this way are over capacity. Out to the Southwest Corridor, out 200, they're over capacity already. Westport High School, which sits on the back side of the airport, already over capacity. Saddlewood Elementary, right off 38th, already over capacity. There's just no room. With the infrastructure that's there now, there's just no room for this development. And hopefully, City Council will understand that. They usually, you know, they denied one in May, an 84-unit townhome plan, and they said one of the major factors then was that all the schools affected are currently over capacity. Well, if you didn't want to let 84 townhomes in, I don't know how many they're going to be, but this is 12 and a half acres, almost 12 and a half acres they want to build an apartment complex on. That's probably going to be more than 84 units. It doesn't make any sense to me. So hopefully the city council sees it that way as well. While I'm all for progress and, you know, all for development because we need houses, they have to make sense. And this one, from all indications, does not make any sense. So go to your city council meeting July 19th. Let your voice be heard. That's how government works. We'll take a break. We'll come back more on the other side. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties...
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
Japan's former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe was shot as he gave a campaign speech on Friday in western Japan and was airlifted to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police say they arrested a male suspect with a homemade gun at the scene of the attack moments after the shooting. The Prime Minister was talking outside a train station in western Nara. Done with the Biden administration being inept at the U.S.-Mexico border, Texas Governor Republican Greg Abbott ordered state law enforcement officials to send illegal immigrants apprehended in the state back to the southern border. A federal judge on Thursday sentenced former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin to 21 years in prison with credit for time already served for charges that included violating civil rights of George Floyd. Thanks for listening. We are USA Radio News.
Do you have an idea for a book, fiction, nonfiction, or a children's book? We can help you put it together and bring it to market at Dorrance Publishing. We have thousands of testimonials from people just like you that we've helped get their books sold in stores and online. We've even got a service called The Writer's Coach. It's perfect for people that have a book idea in their head and they just need someone to help them put it on paper. Torrance Book Publishing has been helping people just like you who have a book idea, written or not, for over 100 years. Imagine being counted among the most famous authors in the world with your very own book. Call right now and let us help you turn a book idea into reality. It's easier than you think. You just need a little help. Call us now.
800-879-4098. 800-879-4098. 800-879-4098. That's 800-879-4098.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Everyone's favorite time of year is here. Yep, it's Christmas in July at Blockers Furniture in Ocala. Old St. Nick just stopped by Blockers for its mid-year drop-off of savings, including sectionals starting as low as $19 per month. Save up to $700 on select queen bed with dresser and mirror sets. Mattresses starting at just $3.99 and more. Plus a free Christmas tree with purchase of $6.99 or more while supplies last. It's Christmas in July at Blockers Furniture, 2402 Southwest College Road, Ocala. BlockersFurniture.com. See Blockers for complete offer details.
Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for Flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.
Johnny, what are you doing in the bathroom? What are you saying? Wait, where are your toy cars? Oh no, tell me you didn't. Honey, call Mike Scott Plumbing.
I didn't do anything.
For once, that's true, but little Johnny flushed his toys down the toilet and now it's broke.
Yes. No. I'll get the phone. What's the toll-free number?
866-314-4443.
Got it. 866-314-4443.
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, they do it.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. Coming up at 9:50, political pundit Sue Mosley will join us talking about the disappearing candidates. We have candidates disappearing. I'll talk to her about what she thinks is behind the disappearing act. We'll do that at 9:50. 10 o'clock, Dumb Crook News. Susan Schmitz will join us for 30 minutes of Dumb Crook News. Then we'll have what's going on in our town over the weekend. And then, of course, we'll end the show with This Day in History plus birthdays. Hey, a lawsuit's been filed against 2 local social service agencies. The defendants are Kids Central, Inc., and the Centers, now known as SMA Healthcare. It's also been filed against foster parents David and Erica Grice. An attorney filed the suit for representing the estate of the infant, only 5 months old, identified only as SH in the filing. SH died on June 16th. Child was close to 5 months old at the time of her death. SH and her twin sister were born premature. The twins remained hospitalized for a month after their birth. They were sheltered away from their parents once discharged, although nowhere in the suit does it explain why why the sheltering was ordered. When they were released from the hospital, their case was assigned to Kids Central, a community-based care agency that contracts with the state's Department of Children and Family. KCI is an independent contractor. They provide foster care and related services to children in Marion County. They're responsible for health, welfare, and safety of all foster children under their care and for overseeing foster care families. KCI contracted with SMA Healthcare to provide case management. SMA is an independent contractor that provides foster care and other services to children in state custody. Now the Grices shouldn't even have had these kids. They were identified as a possible foster care placement for them, but when their name were mentioned, according to suit, KCI was aware that the man and woman had 2 prior abuse reports from 2014-2015 involving their own children. KCF should have known that KCI had received contact from 2 people. KCI got contact by 2 people that expressed concerns about the couple. They were put on notice that children should not be at the residence due to substance abuse issues ongoing in the home. There were other reasons why the Grices were not a good fit to care for the small infant. For instance, in 2016, Erica Grice reported a history of anxiety and depression. She was on psychotropic drugs. David Grice had a past opioid addiction that he's still working on. Once you're an addict, you're always an addict. And has been on buprenorphine, according to the lawsuit. There was a time when the Grace's foster home was placed on hold, and in February 2019, they voluntarily surrendered their foster parent license to KCI. On March 1st of 2019, the Grice's foster care home was closed. In October of the same year, they reapplied to be foster parents through KCI, and KCI recommended approval. So they just closed them in March, but in October they asked to be home again, and they said yes. The kids were in the Grice's care in February of 2020. That between February 24th and June 5th of that year, the Grices used unsafe sleep practices, including leaving blankets and pillows in their cribs, unsafe feeding practices, including propping the bottle on soft objects on top of the babies. They exposed them to drug use and neglect and inadequately supervised them. This all according to the suits. When the girls went to the doctor in June, they had severely flattened heads and were also concerned for twisting of their necks. The doctors were concerned about twisting of their necks, according to the lawsuit. My point is, why'd they even have a foster care in the first place? There's opioid addiction. There's abuse allegations of their own children. They voluntarily gave up their license to KCI because they were not good foster care parents. But then 6 months later, they asked for them back, and KCI said yes. And now we have a dead 5-month-old. I've been telling you for years, folks, that DCF and all the companies that work with DCF, most of them could care less. It's all about a check. Just give me my money. If the kids end up good, that's good. If they don't end up good, that's good. Just give me my money. Tom, now, how do you know that? You're making allegations and all. I was in foster care for the better part of 6 years, on and off, from the time I was 12 till I was an adult. I laid in beds where roaches the size of softballs ran across you. I saw rats in my closets in some of the foster homes I was in. I remember the 17 and 16-year-old kids that were bigger than us when we were 12 and 13 that would beat us up and take any kind of money we had. I remember foster homes where the carpet was so dirty that your feet got dirtier inside than they did walking in the dirt outside. I know foster care homes where they put a chain and locks around the cabinet doors and the refrigerator doors. I remember one woman in particular, I won't say her name because she still is in the foster care system, in her 80s now, in Jacksonville, who I hadn't, my lunch had been stolen from me by one of the other people in the house. I'm 12 years old. A 17-year-old took my lunch from me. I go up and ask her, can I get another peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Because he took mine. She goes, you need to toughen the hell up. Life ain't always fair. And I didn't get any more food. That's the reality of the foster care system, folks. Are there good foster care parents out there? Certainly. Are there good caseworkers out there? Certainly. Is the system any good? No way. It's overcrowded. It's overextended. Caseworkers have way too many cases on their hands. The lackadaisical way that they make sure that foster homes are safe, clean, and viable for kids is non-existent. Now, they'll tell you that Tom's lying. I lived it. I know. And it hadn't improved. There's a reason when juveniles get in domestic issues and all, that they try their best to find other family members before they put them into foster care. Because the authorities know, law enforcement know, try to find any option besides foster care. And now a 5-month-old's dead because it was placed with a family who had allegations of abusing their own children. One of the foster care parents is on psychotropic drugs because they have mental issues. The other one's a recovering opioid addict. And you think this is a good environment for a 5-month-old who has to have constant supervision? A premature born 5-month-old. And you think this was a good situation? I hope they get every bit of money they can from these three entities. Every bit of money they can. I'd sue DCF. The system is horribly, horribly flawed, folks. If you don't believe it, that's because you don't have any children that have been in there or you're not a child who's been in foster care. Believe me, the system is broken. And there's no desire to fix it. Just give me my money. We'll take a break. Come back. Sue Mosley joins us next. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Hello, I'm Mark Sears with Regency Printing. With over 10 years in the printing business, I know you'll find Regency Printing the place for all your local printing needs. Plus, I have fax services, mailbox rentals, notary service, U.S. mail, pack and ship, all at one convenient location, 2375 Northeast 25th Avenue. Just look for the yellow signs. Regency Printing, 789-6683. That's 789-6683. Regency Printing.
If you're living with chronic joint pain in your knees, hips, lower back, and shoulders, I've got exciting news for you.
Emmett Smith, all-time rushing leader and Hall of Famer.
Now you can get relief from pain without harmful medications and surgery. Call my guys at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics specializes in biologic therapies that can repair and restore damaged tissue. I'm talking about natural pain treatments now available, not just for pro athletes, but to people like you.
At QC Kinetics, we're seeing patients every day who suffer from chronic joint pain but who desperately wanted to avoid surgery. We're treating joint pain with biologic therapies, regenerative solutions with long-lasting results.
Listen, it's all about getting your life back. Playing touch football with kids, walking upstairs pain-free, getting back on a job, and patients at QC Kinetics are raving about the results.
QC Kinetics. Call to learn more about restorative treatments that can get you back in the game.
Call QC Kinetics, 352-400-4550. That's 352-400-4550. 352-400-4550.
Shamrock Security Systems, 629-3223. Shamrock Security Systems is located here in Ocala, Florida. Shamrock Security Systems is a top-rated alarm company offering 24/7 monitoring, video surveillance, fire and flood protection. You'll sleep a little better once the job is done. Shamrock Security Systems for over 31 years. 629-3223. Get a 100% free quote from Shamrock Security. 629-3223.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY only $4.99. Plus DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Everyone's favorite time of year is here. Yep, it's Christmas in July at Blockers Furniture in Ocala. Old St. Nick just stopped by Blockers for its mid-year drop-off of savings, including sectionals starting as low as $19 per month. Save up to $700 on select queen bed with dresser and mirror sets. Mattresses starting at just $3.99 and more. Plus a free Christmas tree with purchase of $6.99 or more while supplies last. It's Christmas in July at Blockers Furniture, 2402 Southwest College Road, Ocala. BlockersFurniture.com. See Blockers for complete offer details.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be partly sunny with a thunder shower in spots this afternoon and a high of 91 to 93. Then mainly clear tonight, low 75 to 77. Partly sunny Saturday, couple of thunderstorms in the afternoon at a high of 90 to 94. Partly cloudy Sunday, thunderstorm into the early afternoon and a high of 89 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
Do you suffer from joint pain or anxiety? Natural Life CBD Kratom and Kava can help. Our CBD certified associates will consult with you. Chocolate, gummies, CBD oil. We have Delta 8 products with quality you can trust, all held to the highest standard. Natural Life has 2 locations to serve you, open 7 days a week, located in the S-Curve and in the Heathbrook Shopping Plaza. Give them a call at 352-355-3040. And if you stop in and tell them you heard it on WOCA, you'll receive 20% off your purchase at Natural Life CBD Kratom and Kava. Hey, did you know there's an Italian bakery in Ocala? Well, there is. It's the Magnolia Italian Bakery, where you can get the best Italian specialties. We have Italian and New York cheesecakes, fresh-made cannolis, cream puffs, eclairs, and even custom and gourmet cakes. We even serve hot and cold lunch daily. I suggest you try the Italian special number 3. We even cater big and small events. So